We're going to check on the garden after having been out of town for 4 days in the peak of summer heat. It does seem like we got some rain last night. That's good. This is my messy dahlia patch where I don't stake anything. I just let the dahlias ramble, and I think it works out pretty well. They aren't blooming a ton right now because it's been too hot, but hopefully as we head into fall, they'll start blooming again. This is swamp milkweed, and you can see it's getting eaten a lot. It's getting eaten a lot. It comes back for me every year. You can see the 2 sticks out of the ground. That's where it grew last year. So I don't have to replant swamp milkweed every year. But this is getting eaten by milkweed beetles. It's another insect that likes the milkweed plant. And I do think I'm going to knock that population down a little bit today, just so that the milkweed doesn't get completely eaten. I'm not expecting things to look great. The heat has been doing a number. We haven't had a ton of rainfall. Everything's looking kind of floppy and sad. This is a peony bed where I've also put just a ton of random stuff like echinacea, which, man, when echinacea starts to fade, it looks bad. Here's more swamp milkweed. Now this one is infested with aphids, which I am trying not to do anything about. I just want to leave those aphids there for the good bugs, but it's getting a little out of control. I also have 2 climbing roses and some dahlias in this bed. I need to go around and deadhead the dahlias. That'll help it keep blooming. Also, the roses, they need a little work also. As you can see, I need to train them back onto the trellis. Wow, look how tall that one is. I really like this arch. It's from Gardener's Supply. It's called the Rose Hardin arch. It was easy to put together. It's sturdy. This side I've also got, it's the same thing. It's basically a mirror. We've got, the peonies, the coneflowers, the milkweed, the dahlias. This side doesn't get as much sun, so it's not as full as the other side. We've got more swamp milkweed and more milkweed beetles, but not as bad as the other plant. Every year I say I'm going to plant more milkweed, and I do. I plant more every year than I did the year before, but I just really need to plant buku more. Something's eating the amaranth leaves. Look at, oh, there's a little beetle. I guess he's what's doing it. Let's go check on the Vego arch. This is where I have all of my Sun series of the cherry tomatoes growing and purple hyacinth bean. Here we go. Sun Gold, Sun Peach, Sun Green, and Sun Chocola are on this side of the arch, and I definitely need to harvest some tomatoes today. This one is Sun Peach, and I think it's just as good as Sun Gold. On this side of the arch, in addition to the purple hyacinth bean, I've got some butternut squash and also some loofah growing. I grow loofah not to eat, but to let it get completely mature and then use it for sponges in our kitchen. I have a lot of tomatoes to harvest. I also have loofah growing on my cattle panel arch. And a climbing flowering vine right here that I really like. It's not blooming a ton right now. This is black-eyed Susan vine, also known as Thunbergia or Thunbergia. And it comes in different colors, and I love the one that's apricot and then darker around the center. Okay, so it looks like the Tithonia took a hit. We must have had a thunderstorm. Gonna need to clean that up today. All the pollinators love this Mexican sunflower. It's not actually a sunflower, but that's what it's called. And let's see, here's my trellis arch. I've also got tomatoes going on this, but it looks like some stuff is starting to fall down. So I need to re-trellis some of this stuff today. Basically, there's a lot of garden cleanup happening today. Tomato and pepper harvesting. I probably should do something with that Swiss chard before it starts bolting. Where's the tomato from that cage? All right, this is a yellow apple tomato. It is very prolific, but I would say the taste is just medium. This is my Bella Rosa. And this is my vanilla marigold that needs deadheading. All right, we've got some mystery squash and cucumbers going in this bed, and I can see it starting to creep. These need to get wound back into this Vego frame so that they are not going to get cut by the lawnmower. Yeah, they're out of control. I bet they're, yep, there's some cucumbers that did not get harvested while I was gone and are probably past their prime, so they'll be headed to the compost. My garden has bugs. I'm not worried about it. If I do decide to do something about them, it's a hand picking situation. I use a plastic cup full of soapy water to knock pests like this into it. Japanese beetles, squash bugs, squash beetles, all of those. Milkweed beetles. I want to show you this. This is my bay tree. I grow that in that little terracotta pot, and I leave it out all winter in my zone 8A, and it seems to do okay. Definitely need to check, see if any of these peppers need harvesting. Ooh, I want to show you one of my favorite peppers to grow because of its foliage. This is a jigsaw pepper, and look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got these little teeny tiny peppers, but the variegated foliage is so cool. Also, I want to show you, while I pull this weed, the basil that's right around my hand. I have never direct sown basil before, but I just decided to throw some seeds on the ground, and this is what happened. Over here we have a toad lily. This is a shade-loving plant, and it's got a bloom that's about to go. The blooms are really cool. They look like orchids. I've got cowpeas and squash going in this bed, and of course some Swiss chard that's just still there, honestly, from last fall and winter. All right, this is the favorite tomato I'm growing this year. This is a Kozula 24. The seeds were shared with me. It's the best tasting tomato I've ever grown. I just ordered seeds for it to be able to grow next year, but I'm also going to save some of my own seeds for sure. Oh, look, another cucumber. Let's go check on the compost. See, oh, there's some standing water. I don't want that. That's mosquito breeding ground. We're going to check and see what the compost temperature is. It's over 100, but what I'm going to do is I'll do a flip. Now that the weather's cooled down, it's not so crazy. I'll do a flip and I will add some more nitrogen inputs to it and see if I can heat it back up. If it heats back up, then it's still cooking. If it doesn't heat back up, it's probably ready to just sit and wait. And that was another pile that I'm waiting for it to get to ambient air temperature before I use it. All right, here's some proof of how much rain we got while I was out of town. All right, 4 days away, peak of summer. We need to harvest, we need to trim, we need to pest control.